If your organization is developing custom software, especially advanced and innovative custom software, you've probably discovered the difficulties of insourcing everything. Most companies that FP Complete works with have their own in-house software engineering capability. These days, who doesn't? The issue isn't that people don't know how to build software or don't want to build software. The problem with building software in-house is that very quickly your team becomes saturated. Everyone is working flat out on building features that your business needs and that your customers need. Very quickly a backlog develops, what we call technical debt, things that you'd like to improve about your systems but can't, as well as feature debt, things that your users need that aren't there yet and they're starting to wonder why and get upset. Does this sound like your world? It's really the world that most people are in today. We all have to develop and deploy custom software very quickly. The problem really breaks down into staffing and technology. On the staffing side, it's very hard to recruit enough engineers to build what you need and a second team of engineers to advance your technology at the same time. It's hard to retain those engineers, it's hard to motivate them, and it's hard to train the new people who join the company. But this overlaps with a technology problem. Software technology is advancing rapidly, and many companies are trying to use advanced technologies like the cloud or advanced languages like Rust or Haskell. Unfortunately, when you have your own engineering team, one of the limitations is that they become more and more familiar with how things are done inside your company, but less and less familiar with the best practices that are found in dozens of other companies or across the whole industry. So pretty soon you have an insular team that will tend to have a bias toward inventing things themselves and building things themselves. At FP Complete, one of the services that we offer is teaming our engineering team with your engineering team so that we can bring in more advanced software engineering know-how or simply some newer or more diverse best practices. Our engineers are smart, but so are yours. And so our intention is to work together with your team to advance the level of their skills and to work in parallel with them so that we can implement features and technical improvements and architectural innovations that perhaps your team doesn't have the time to do. FP Complete is not a body shop. It's not our goal to come into your company and build things that you're happily building yourselves. Rather, FP Complete is an advanced engineering consulting company. Our goal is to come in and work with your team and advance their capabilities, to work on advanced architectures and bring in new best practices, new tools, and new know-how. We'll build things for you and we'll transfer that software and that knowledge to your team to the degree that you want. Whether you're building advanced financial software, advanced communications software, advanced life science and healthcare software, whatever industry you may be in, we find that many of the technical problems and many of the people problems are the same. As a highly experienced advanced engineering consulting company, FP Complete is at your service to help you and your team develop the software solutions and the cloud computing solutions that you need for the next generation of your business. FP Complete will bring in new capabilities and train your team on these capabilities. But we'll do it not just in theory. We'll do it by actually understanding your system, providing analyses of its strengths and weaknesses, proposing architectural improvements, and working with your team to actually build and deliver these architectural improvements. Whether you need an entire software package developed or just help accelerating the skills of your team in a specific area, FP Complete is here to help. A lot of companies are focused these days on maintaining the software that they've already written, and they find themselves in a bit of a trap. Here's what it looks like. Most of the team is maintaining the current version of the software, adding features to it. A small advanced team is working on the next version of the software, the one that everyone's more excited about. But in reality, that next version really never seems to come out because it takes nearly the whole team to keep the lights on and to keep the current version of the software running properly. Meanwhile, that advanced version seems to get farther and farther away. Unfortunately, really important improvements are usually deferred again and again. These improvements range from user-facing features that you need to compete in the marketplace to critical security and quality upgrades that you need to maintain the safety and integrity of your business. How do you get out of this dilemma where everyone in your company is devoted to maintaining the current version and it's impossible to find time to get the next version completed? Well, FP Complete is here to help in multiple ways. First, by augmenting your staff with additional senior and other engineers, all the way up to the architect level. Secondly, by bringing in new technologies that improve the productivity of software engineering. Technologies ranging from DevOps to taking better advantage of the cloud, to more modern and advanced programming languages, and more modular, maintainable, and secure software engineering techniques. If you need to accelerate your company's software engineering, collaboratively, but with high technical prowess and short time to market, then FP Complete would be delighted to come help.